Hello everyone and welcome back to One Piece. This is episodes 594, 595, 596, and 597, which means next video, we're breaking 600. Oh my god. The hundreds go so quickly. I feel like it was so recently that I did the episodes, because I do top 5 videos for every 100 episodes. It was so recently that I did the last top 5. Oh my gosh, those videos take a long time to do. So, I'm like, it's exciting. Like, the idea of counting them down is exciting. The idea of editing that video is not exciting. But next video we will be breaking the 600 barrier. I'm very excited for that. But I'm excited for this video as well because I've been enjoying Punk Hazard so far. I believe the day that this is going up on my Patreon account, my YouTube channel is getting the first episodes of Punk Hazard, so that's kind of shows how far ahead, because I feel like I'm a decent amount in. You know, I'm not like, I don't think I'm halfway in. I don't think I'm anywhere near halfway. But you know, I feel as though I am like in the depths of this arc. But you know, I don't know. I think this arc is a little bit shorter than Fishman Island, and Fishman Island really wasn't that long. I know for some people on my YouTube channel it felt long because some people don't like Fishman Island, so it's like, oh my god, when's this guy gonna get off of Fishman Island and get on to the next arcs? I know some people felt like that, but it really isn't that long of an arc, and I think this one is even shorter than that. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. I'm doing a lot of yapping at the start of this video. I don't need to do much yapping. I can just jump into the video. Make sure to support the channel if you can. I am a small channel. I'm a tiny channel, so please make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. That stuff helps me out a lot, and you can support me extra and get so much extra content by either joining my Patreon account for the full-length versions of episodes early, up to 20 episodes ahead or something. Or you can also join my YouTube membership down below, and that will get you a week ahead of edited videos on this channel. You can also join both, and you get content for both. You know, you get the emojis and the early edited videos on this channel, and you get the full-length videos and way early episodes on my Patreon account. You can do both, and then you're supporting me double, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do any of this. It's all optional, because I still post these videos for free for you guys. So if you could, you know, help me out just by commenting down below what you thought of the video, and your favorite parts and all that stuff. It helps me out a ton. So even after you finish this video, even if you just comment, this was a great video, that's amazing. That's so good. So let's jump into this. This is episode 594 of One Piece. Woo! Okay. Recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the Recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I will do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. And if you're new to this channel, hi and welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Hope you can stick around. Oh, that's it. Whoa, oh my gosh, don't listen, don't look. I only got that far in the cube, and this episode's going to be called Law's Alliance with Straw Hats. They are hot. I was wondering genuinely for a second why Nami's voice was coming out of Frankie. I forgot. I just forgot. That's my question. Is it Big Mom? Big Mom. Come on. What? Okay. Why are we hiding it from the viewer if it wasn't something crazy like Shanks? Did he say red-haired Shanks? I don't know. Huh? Based on Nami's reaction, I feel like it would be Shanks, but I don't know. Because in my mind, Luffy would be like, all right, because I want to meet Shanks again and show him how strong I am. Since when has that bothered Luffy?
おい、このタヌキよ。じゃねえだろ今。
It's not a raccoon. What a wise response. But I love that. Robin was like, I respect your decision, but here's a warning. They're all doing the chopper thing. Damn. I didn't know you could get them all in one sweep. I made a huge mistake. Oh, he's fixing them. That makes sense. Wait, but Nami's body isn't here, so where's Nami now? Is Nami in Sanji's body or something? Aww. Yep. You're in Sanji's body. Yeah. I don't need you to explain it to me, Sho. I got it. I figured it out before it happened. No. If you want to have an alliance with us, you have to accept Luffy's gonna do what he wants to do. Ah. Well, because they're strong. Yeah. Is that why there are giant, marine soldiers, or are they just giants? Well, Nami's voice does actually fit Sanji's body more. That's why we're doing an alliance, right? You gotta go with our whims. Yeah, we're actually friends now. You gotta help us so that we get this done quickly. Yes, good job. It's a little raccoon down there. Did you just tie him to you? Oh, that's right. They're doing this thing. Yeah, this is, I think, the weird slime thing. Oh my god. What the fuck was that sound? Are there people in the slime thing? Is it like a gelatinous cube? That's a really funny way to carry him. Gas fruit, yes, okay. I had it all but confirmed before, but now I know it. Yep. It's pretty good. You should be impressed we have that many crew members with Haki. Okay, capture Caesar. Ooh, that's ominous but cool. Nah, we're all good. We're set. Oh, that's so exciting. I love that he's on our team. Rebar Smoothie. Should I be writing these names down? I'm not gonna for now. Oh! I wonder how strange it would feel to be fighting without your devil fruit. Like if he had gotten used to like switching in and out of smoke, and now he's just fighting with a woman's body in hand-to-hand combat. That's so fucked up. Oh god. Jesus. So are we just gonna be fighting a big slime in this arc? Oh my god. Oh, just consuming the buildings. Oh my god. And then the gas like suffocates them by the looks of it. Okay, give me some info. I can see that. Is that all the info you're gonna give me about it? Because I can look at it and see that. Does it have a name? Smiley? Okay. Does it have a personality, or is it just destruction? Oh, there's a bit of a roar emanating. It's got glowing eyes. Okay, it didn't say anything. Okay, so there's a big slime, and the slime is probably gonna be one of the bosses of this arc. I'm thinking of the slime being similar to Oz. If Caesar Clown was like Gecko Moria. That's the kind of connection that I'm thinking. But the difference is, Caesar Clown's definitely cooler than Gecko Moria. I like him a lot more than Gecko Moria. But the question is a slime as interesting or more interesting than Oz? Because I think Oz was alright, you know. I did like Little Oz Jr. or whatever that we saw in Marineford. Oz himself was okay, you know. I didn't mind him. And there was like I think Oz kind of got better as the arc went on and became a bit more interesting as the arc went on. But my current thoughts, and I just always like to pin my current thoughts, but my current thoughts are, this is a slime. Is it gonna be super interesting? I mean, we started this arc with a dragon, and then we moved away from the like creatures that have no personality, and I was really glad about that. You know, we started with a dragon and I was nervous about this arc, and then we started doing all this stuff that was non-dragon related and was related to characters and their fucked up personalities and stuff, and I loved that. And I'm still loving it. But now I'm wondering, when the slime comes into play, is it gonna take away from that? Or is it just gonna be like a short thing? If it's like a 1 or 2 episode we're fighting a slime type thing, then it doesn't really matter. Like, the slime can be whatever then. But I'm thinking about it if it's like going to be a an overarching thing in this arc. In the same way that Oz was, you know, like a constant threat, and it takes up many, many episodes. If that is to be the case, then I don't know. I want it to be a bit more than a slime. But we'll see, I guess. Because, I mean, it's definitely scary. Like, the idea of this slime is scary. But I'm just thinking about like entertainment value over many episodes. So we'll see. We'll trust in Oda for now. Obviously, I have trust in Oda, but I also, a lot of the time when I'm saying this stuff, it's not because I think Oda's gonna write it in a bad way. It's because I have different preferences to Oda, clearly. Like, both of us have different ideas of what we like in a story. And I am okay with the fact that that's the case. I do not think that if I don't like something, or if I'm not into something, that it means it's bad. I just think that it's you know, I don't care that much about it. And that's okay. I'm allowed to not care about certain things and care about other things. Some people hate Perina. I don't hate Perina. I love her. And I loved every second of her being on screen. Like there's a lot of stuff like that where Oda would have written something, fans might not have loved it, but I thought it was solid. I mean, Fishman Island was a great example of that. Like, I'm not saying Fishman Island was up there with my favorite arcs or anything. It definitely wasn't. But in terms of theming, I think the Fishman Island was freaking genius. And there was a lot of stuff in Fishman Island that I thought was really, really great. And some One Piece fans hate it. Like, hate Fishman Island. And that's okay. You know, because I can kind of get why you might not like it. So in a similar way, I tend to not like when Oda focuses a lot on creatures that don't speak and don't have an active personality. Some creatures do have a personality even if they don't speak, but I still prefer to hear characters speaking because I like dialogue and learning characters through dialogue and stuff. So yeah, anyway, we'll see where that slime takes us. What is this channel if not for me to discuss these things a lot? I think I'm gonna try to start doing something, okay? And I want you guys to know this from the outset. I'm going to try to allow myself to slow down a little bit in these discussions, because sometimes I have this thing where, especially if I'm talking about something that is slightly more negative than positive, I have a tendency to try to rush through it and just get it out of the way quickly and then move on. But you guys are watching this video, and if you're watching this discussion part, I imagine it's because you're at least somewhat interested in my discussions. So it's fine if the video is slightly longer and I talk a little bit longer about this stuff. So I'm just going to accept that that's going to be a part of it. If these videos are slightly longer, if my discussions are a little more yap heavy, and if I tend to dwell on things longer in the discussion portions, refer back to this part of the video where I explain. That's just something that I'm sort of more consciously doing now, because sometimes people have been like, hey, don't worry, you keep like worrying about what we're gonna think, but we're here for your discussions. So so if that's the case, I see you and I'm hearing your feedback and I'm trying to take it on, because I'm not a perfect person. I'm going to continue to improve throughout my life, and if I'm not better than I was yesterday, then what's the point of living? So the Alliance is really cool because I love Law and I want to see more Law. And the fact that he's working with us now, and the fact that he's fed up with us, and that he has to deal with Straw Hat bullshit is very funny. Especially since he's such a cool guy. I think it is very entertaining that he's dealing with our absolutely ridiculous shenanigans. And I liked that Usopp explained in this in this episode, he said to Law, like, you have an idea of what an alliance is. You think it's two groups working together towards a common goal. And he goes, well, yeah, of course. And it's like, well, this guy that you made an alliance with, he doesn't think that. He thinks now you're BFFs and you are going to do anything for each other and going to help each other out with everything, and you're never going to betray each other, and you're going to have each other's backs with everything. Like, that Luffy thinks about this. If he's agreeing to do stuff with you, he's on board. You know, you are his nakama. You're completely locked into his crew. But here's the question. The episode started with Luffy going, which emperor are you taking down? And then they fucking hid it from us. So, my first thoughts are, okay, sorry. I got an email and I thought it was important, but it wasn't. My first thoughts are, the mouth flaps seemed too long for him to be saying Big Mom, right? But there's a few things here. One, the mouth flaps don't necessarily mean anything, you know? It was just signifying that he was talking. He could have said Big Mom, or he could have said, the person I'm taking down is Big Mom. You know, it could have been a longer sentence. The other thing about that is Big Mom has an actual name, and we've heard it before. I don't know if I'd be able to find it quickly. Let me see. I'm going to pause my recording and see if I can find it. Okay, so I don't have it. I went back to the episode that I thought I would have written it down in, which is episode 490. But I just wrote Big Mom there. So, but I think that they've almost definitely mentioned her name before, right? She has an actual name in the same way that Edward Newgate was Whitebeard or whatever. And then they were like, this is Edward Newgate. And I was like, who's Edward Newgate? And then I had to like look back at my notes and I was like, oh, that's Whitebeard's name. In the same way that is, she has a name. I don't remember what it is, but he could have been saying that. The only reason I'm thinking it's Big Mom is because I know that at some point we're going to be facing her. So I imagine that like that point is coming up soon. And if it's coming up soon, it would make sense. You know, we get together with Law, we go to take it down. But if they hid it from us, it makes me think maybe they're hiding it from us because what he's saying is red-haired Shanks. And my thought is he's saying, I have a plan. I want to take down red-haired Shanks. Luffy goes, okay, let's fucking do it. Because in Luffy's mind, it's like Shanks would want Luffy to be like to be strong. And I imagine Luffy would want to be strong enough to be able to take down Shanks. So that's a good challenge for him. And that would be a perfect way to like return his hat to him if it's like, Shanks, I beat you. And so my crew is better than your crew. Here's your fucking hat back, loser. You know that I can totally see that being Luffy's goal. So I can see that happening, and then that would also explain Nami's reaction. Now Nami's reaction also could be, what, we're allying with this person just to get to take down Big Mom or whatever. That's crazy, you know. So I can see that being the case, but I don't know. I really don't. I think it makes sense if she's like, well, obviously Luffy's gonna say no to taking down Shanks, and then hears him say yes, and then she goes, what? Oh my god. So I don't know. Now, it could also be one of the other four emperors, but in my opinion, why would they hide it if it was one of the others? Right? I feel like it can only be one of those two. But I don't know. Because, like, if it cuts back and he's actually saying Kaido or whatever, then that's not, like, a crazy reveal. That's just, like, they might as well have just kept that, right? I don't know. That's my initial thoughts, but I guess we'll have to see. I hope they reveal it soon. I hope they reveal it in this video, because I'm going to forget about it, and I don't want to forget about it, and I want to know. But we'll see. So I'm hoping it's going to be like next episode or something, but we'll see. I also loved Robin's response to it, where Robin heard about it and she said, Luffy, I support whatever decision you're going to make. Just so you know, pirates often stab each other in the back. It's like Robin is perfect. She's quickly climbing up my favorite character list. She already was really high up there. But I think I had dropped Robin down like a place or two because Nami was the top and everyone knows me as the simp, right? But I didn't want to be the simp who's like, here's the women ranking and then here's everyone else. So it was like, I thought, okay, we're going to put one woman at the top, and then Robin unfortunately has to drop a few steps and earn her way back. But every time I see Robin, she earns her way up even more. Robin has only good qualities in terms of like interesting on-screen qualities. It's only positives and no negatives to me. There's nothing about her character that I dislike, I don't think. I can't think of anything. Like maybe that like she's been slightly more sexualized as the like post-time skip. They've focused more on her boobs than they did before. Maybe. But I don't care about that much, you know? Like, that's not a big problem for me. So, other than that, she is just amazing. I love everything about her, from her design to her voice acting to her personality to the things that she says in each scene. So yeah, she's climbing up there, man. I think she's got to be number 2. We got Nami 1, Robin 2. I have a problem. I have a serious problem. Them turning people into giants did make me think, this is going to be a longer discussion than normal. Them turning people into giants did make me think of, in Marineford, there were those giant marines, right? And I thought, oh, they're just like higher giants. And then obviously giants get to be like higher ranking marines. I can't remember if they were vice admirals or something. Maybe not. But, you know, they can be higher ranking in whatever because they're much stronger, because being a giant just makes you stronger than a regular person. But it's possible that they're not actually giants and that this is like a government project that they've used to make people into giants. I don't know. And when I'm saying they're not actually giants, I mean like the race giants. Like they're not actually that race. It's hard to tell because I feel like there's not enough precedent in this show for giants for me to fully like know enough about them. Because we've met Dorian Broggy and we've met the 2 at Ennis Lobby, and we've met Jaguar de Sol. Now those 5 are all male giants. And they're all like stocky, you know, they've all got like a larger body type, like a wider body type. So that makes me think that like that's what giants tend to be. But here's where the sticking point changes, is in the filler episode, the Zed filler episodes, there was the girl, was her name Lily or something, who was a giant, but she had the mini fruit or whatever, so she could shrink down. But she was a giant, right? And her dad was also a giant. Her dad looked like that, you know. Her dad was a male giant who was kind of stocky, but she was apparently a giant. So if that was the case, she's a female giant and she had like a pretty skinny body type. But that was filler. But I don't know if that was filler that like fits with Oda's lore or not. And so I guess that brings out the questions of if the Marines that were giants. I don't know. I really don't. You don't have to answer these questions. I'm discussing out loud. You don't have to give me the answers to these. Unless it's been explicitly stated in the show, I guess, at some point. If they've said, like, these are giants from Elbaf or whatever, and I just forgot about that line, that's fine. But a lot of the time, you know, you guys will know because maybe in a future arc we've come across, we come across a giant who blah, 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 and then that's how you guys know about that information. And I haven't seen that yet, so don't give me any information based on stuff that I haven't seen, obviously. But yeah, thinking out loud, that's some stuff to ponder on. Sees his thing as a gas fruit. I had figured that out because of what he could do, and then he had a jacket that said gas. But it's cool to have that, like, someone actually said that specifically. And we're gonna capture him. So, whew, that was that discussion. Let's move on to the next episode. See, that was a longer discussion because I took my time a bit more. If you guys prefer me doing that, taking my time with the discussions and actually fully diving into it, then let me know. Comment down below, because that is, I'm going to try to make sure I'm trying to do that more. Obviously, I can't do that when I'm trying to get the video done in a timely fashion. But today I have more time, so it's fine. Okay, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 595. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I think that's the end of the... Oh no, that I got about the same place again. And this episode is called Smiley incorporates into Chopper's body. I don't know why. I don't know what that means, but that's what the episode's called. Oh, that's nice. He is very old. Fucking Sanji. I kind of wish it was Sanji's version of that image. Yep, because they were knocked out by them, right? Oh. Okay. So they were knocked out by the gas. So they weren't beat up until they were knocked out. Jesus. Wow. Jesus, this was their plan? I'm not gonna just shoot you, I'm gonna knock you out and drop you onto a pit of spikes down below. Oh! Except Zoro's fucking insane. And then he fell asleep. So that's why the Yetis would have thought they were dead? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. She's just a girl. Oh my god. Don't damage it. I was about to say, you might bruise her feet by kicking with sandals like that. It would be worse if you fucking gave her lung cancer though, are you kidding me? I know Nami gave you permission to smoke with her body, so that's fine, but my goodness. She's gonna have a nicotine addiction when she gets back into her body. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god, stop it! Oh my god! Oh, Zoro's the one who finally noticed. Okay, lucky that worked and you didn't just crack off his head. Man, you're going. I think you're cold. That's true! Yeah, you got a devil's fruit. We know. Is it in... Oh! Oh, that sucks. Yeah, interesting. I like that we're helping this guy. I like this guy. Oh, cool. This guy's so great. Yeah, that's nice. He's like being a bit more humble now. Oh, is it the slime now? Mm-hmm. So, oh yeah, he knew the direction of something. Oh god. So to get the torso back, we need to deal with the slime. The embodiment? So is he one of the results of it? H2S? Did he already have the gas fruit at this time? I imagine he would have. That's horrifying. Okay, so it's literally the explosion. He just took it all and put it into one creature. These kids are still sleeping. That's great. Nice and comfortable. We kind of drugged them too. We gave them sleeping drugs just a bit ago. But for good reason. Okay, I guess we trust you. I love that. She's trying to figure it out. Oh, that was cool. No, he just... I think he just creates the room, and then he manipulates it so his body's on the other side of the room. So it's basically a teleport. Good question. Okay, but why? But why? No, you have to tell us why. You have to give us all the information now. No mysteries. Oh. Holy shit! Was that Frankie and Robin? Yeah. And Robin's really excited to be riding on the Luffy bomb. Hell yeah! That's pretty fucking sick and really creepy. Her wings are really creepy. This is a fun squad. I like this. This is the like just happy to be here squad. Frankie, Luffy, and Robin. This is the way Luffy does things. Always a boss rush. Amazing. Okay. Good episode. I liked that a lot. That squad at the end, as I said, I called it the just happy to be here squad, right? Frankie, Robin, Luffy. Is there anyone else on the crew who fits that just as well? Probably Brook. I think Brook would be able to fit on that squad as well. But, you know, like, a lot of the time, Robin or Zoro would be pretty grumpy to be places. You would have Nami and Usopp and Chopper are, like, too scared a lot of the time. But, like, this squad is, like, they're just along for the ride. They're happy to do it. I like that that's the squad that Luffy assembled to do this job. It's really good that it's like, okay, like, I can just imagine Luffy going like, okay, well, I'm going to turn into a big... I'm going to use Gum Gum Balloon to turn into a big bomb. And then you guys are going to ride me down. And then we're going to land in the middle of everyone. And we're going to yell for the master. And wait for him to come out. And then we're going to capture him by fighting him. And then I can imagine Robin and Frankie looking at each other and then going, okay, let's do it. You know, anyone else would, other than Brook, as I said, would start arguing back against that plan. But nope. That it works for them. I like it. That's a really good squad to have together. Law's teleport that Chopper was asking questions about. I think it is as simple as like Law can make a room and he can manipulate anything within that room. So he makes a big room. He's on one side of it. He just moves himself or swaps himself with the air on that side or whatever. And then he's on the other side of it. See, it's pretty simple. But it is another application of that power that makes you think like, holy shit, his power is fucking insane. It's just insanely strong. Because, yeah, that's a crazy thing to be able to do. Is just to be able to teleport yourself and switch other people's bodies and take out someone's heart and keep it alive and separate someone's body and be able to combine multiple people's body parts into one body and still have it work without much effort, you know. There's so many things that he can do with this insane power that if we ever had to fight him, like if we have him be our enemy, that's gonna be insane. I love the Tashiki Smoker body switch. It was an inspired choice, I think, and it is paying off really, really nicely because it means Tashiki and Smoker have a reason that we've like nerfed them, so they can still be equally cool and interesting. But at the same time, there's a reason that they're not fighting at full capacity. And the reason is simultaneously interesting and funny. Which is really great. When One Piece can, like, perfectly ride that line between serious and funny. It's like, that's beautiful. It's really, really good. And One Piece, I think, often does. Sometimes it'll skew too far to the funny side. I don't think there is such a thing as skewing too far to the serious side for me. Like, I love the serious stuff. So if this show was just serious, I think I'd still love it. But if it didn't have any serious stuff and it was just goofy, I don't think I would like it as much, you know? But I do think it very often is quite good at riding that line. But this is like the perfect example of riding the line. Body switching shenanigans are funny and can give you some great stuff to work with. You can have some great new character dynamics, interesting things going on. You can nerf the characters in realistic ways. And at the same time, it is also like a serious issue, and it's like it doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel stupid that like Smoker is weaker and Tashigi is weaker, because they're weaker for a very good reason. They're not in their bodies. Tashigi's having to try to figure out how to use a power that she's never had access to, and a power as not variable, what's the term I'm looking for? Not diverse. Versatile. A power as versatile as Smoker's must be incredibly difficult to control, I'd imagine. Because especially if, you know, you're used to having a regular body, how do you control smoke? Like how I can't even think about how that would work. It's like if I try to imagine having a third arm or something. I can't imagine how it would feel, you know, having a third arm, because I don't. Like, that my nerves go up to here. It's wild to me. So the idea of like having my entire body be able to be controlled individually, the individual wisps of smoke or whatever, must be insane. So I like watching Tashigi try to figure that out, and also watching Smoker have to fight and all of that, but without his body, which Tashigi probably works out, but probably not as much as Smoker, I'd imagine. I imagine Tashigi focuses more on sword techniques, while Smoker works out the full thing. And Smoker's probably more efficient with his training, where he can work out sword techniques and work out and get like them both done, while Tashigi is still trying to master the swordsmanship side of things. Because I imagine Tashigi is... I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm going to say it. I imagine Tashigi's a better swordsman than Smoker, but Smoker's a better fighter than Tashigi. That's my guess. So I imagine Tashigi focuses more on technique. And because of that, Tashigi's body isn't as prepared for the type of fighting that Smoker does. Smoker's still kicking ass with it, but I do think that is hampering him. And as he said, like, there's a thing that he could get in if he had his smoke power, but he doesn't, and he can't get Tashigi to do it because she doesn't know how to use the smoke power, and also it's more dangerous for her being in there, and also she doesn't really know exactly what they're wanting to do. But we're still seeing Tashigi's usefulness in this situation, because she was like recognizing criminals and being able to like point them out and give information to Smoker that he needs. So she's like a perfect sidekick to Smoker. It's great. I love it. I am simultaneously with Brook, similarly to Brook, I am proud of Zoro for knowing a direction. That was really great how Zoro was like, that direction over there, that's where the lake is, right? And Brook's like, yes! Yes, it is! Oh my goodness, Zoro, great job! It was so funny. Like, it's almost condescending, but it's like completely genuine, because Zoro is truly, truly terrible at it, that it makes perfect sense that you would overpraise something like that. But I liked that, and then I also like the samurai guy a lot. I think we still don't have his name, because they keep calling him Samurai. So if we do have his name, they haven't said it much because they call him Samurai all the time. But like, if we don't have his name yet, why don't we have his name yet? Like, is his name interesting then? Or is it just going to be a situation where we'll just say his name later and it's fine, whatever, you know? But like, what if his name was something crazy? Have I speculated this before? I can't remember. It feels like something I've said before, but what if his name was something wild and that's why they've hidden it from us? No, you know, I speculated this with Caesar Clown and then it didn't end up being anything interesting, right? So I'm getting rid of that theory. No, I'm erasing it because I thought that was Caesar Clown. They didn't tell us his name for a long time and I was like, oh, the only reason they'd be hiding this is if we're going to recognize the name somehow or whatever. And then it's just a silly, goofy One Piece name. No. Oda just likes to build up the suspense, but that was a big villain. This is like a side character. Like, is there a reason to hide his name for that long? I don't know. It also could just be like, he's not the type of guy to introduce himself. We're not the type of people to ask his name. It could be as simple as that. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. This is episode 596. Here we go. It's grown on me a bit, the Hands Up song. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Alright, that's the cube. Complete. Okay. I'm not looking. The title of this episode is gonna be A Fight for the Ages, the Fearsome Threesome. Yep. It's quite the threat. I was once again, I heard Tashiki's voice and my eyes were drawn to Tashiki's character design. And I was like, why isn't her mouth moving? Yep, break all their necks. It's still the funniest move that the Straw Hats use. Yeah, that does work. That's pretty awesome. He basically has Misty Step from D&D. Although, do you have to see where you go with Misty Step? Oh no, my D&D knowledge. If not, then a short range dimension door. Yep, go right in. Oh shit! Tashigi! Nope. Ah, we're cutting away from that. Ah, they're awake. They were sleeping so peacefully. Is it dangerous to continuously put them to sleep? Doesn't look as peaceful right now. Uh-oh. No way. Oh, they're straining against the chains. And their bodies built up a resistance to it now. No. Oh, is the sleep start taking effect now? Okay. So it just took a little longer to kick in this time. Gotta put even more chains around him, I think. We're good things, don't worry. Monkey around. Is she trying to use the smoke? Oh, or she was trying to hold back the smoke? Oh no, she was trying to use it. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, come on, you can't tell that it's such a massive difference between Smoker and Tashigi. Pissed about his reputation. Smoker in Tashigi's body is the coolest part of this arc, I think. Everything about it, the design is amazing. Come on, Luffy. There you go. He just told him. Oh, poor Tashigi being called weak. I don't think it's worth laughing at, since Smoker made Tashigi look fucking badass. Oh my gosh. Frankie Beam? Oh! Whoa! Whoa! That's awesome! Holy shit! True. Oh, that's awesome. Doors open, let's go. That's the beam your boss wants. Oh my gosh, it's... Oh no! Why is it flying over here? I thought it would just like encapsulate the entire ship, but not right now. It'll probably melt down the ship. There. That's not working. I mean, you didn't even know if it was a creature yet. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, none of them know about it. Kind of only Caesar knows about it. Oh god. But how are you gonna push it? I mean, how did you see that going? Is he just... Oh. I thought that could have been like even darker if it was just like that entire top half of his body was missing. Like it was just immediately melted. Okay, so I at least understand this reasoning. I don't think this is gonna work. But this is better than the idea of I'm just gonna push it with my hands. I don't think it's clearly suffering. It doesn't feel like it's reacting that much. I mean, I guess it looks like it's sweating a bit, you know, melting a bit. Huh? Oh! Holy shit! I guess, I mean, he's full of gas. Maybe it's just flammable gas. Holy shit! Oh. Sounds like Smoker was actually kind of torn up about his crew, which is good to see. So maybe the fire would work if it wasn't like flammable, I guess. Oh my gosh, okay, so that's why it came over here. It's just being launched. That's scary. Except you don't have eyes. Look out! Zoro stepped one step out of the way. He knew exactly where it was gonna land. Oh, they'll hear him. He's up there. Oh, the greatest scientist in the world, really. I don't know, man. I feel like I've been more impressed with Vegapunk's things than yours so far. Okay. Makes sense, but he is weak to water, which is good to know. He can reform. Is he just gonna like reform and then explode again? Jesus. Well, that's fucked up. And I imagine since you're gas, you're immune to it. Oh! Holy shit, he just came right up here! I love Luffy. That's awesome! I really thought that they were just gonna end the episode with the classic villain monologue and laughing and stuff. Like, that's such a classic One Piece ending. Like, I'm going to destroy everything! Shiro no 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 no! Shiro no 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 no! And then it just says to be continued over that. I was so ready for that to just be the ending. So much so that I was like starting to get my notes properly, and I was like finishing off writing a word in the notes and stuff because I expected the to be continued sign to come up. But no. Luffy just jumped right up there, which is awesome. Like, I love Luffy's lack of hesitation. I've talked about this as far back as in Alabasta, where I think Oda is very, very good at this. This is something that he excels at in a series where we as an audience are constantly expecting us to have to go through all of the mini bosses and then make it to the big boss. Oda does continuously have Luffy's character be written in such a way as he's too impatient for that format. So even if that's the format we watch it at, like, we tend to, even if Luffy gets to the boss right away, still cut to see other things leading up to it and stuff, or like they will give us an excuse for that to not work out. But even if we're not viewing it like that, I do appreciate that Luffy is always like, he just beelines it to the boss every time. He wants to solve the problem, and he knows the way to solve the problem is to take down the top guy. And so there's always some top guy, and he always goes right to them. So a situation like this, where Caesar Clown is going up there, and he's monologuing and doing all this crazy shit, Luffy's like, fuck it, he's here. We said we were gonna capture him, right? Let's go get him. It's great. Like, he doesn't worry about the slime right now. His mission is to capture Caesar Clown. He's gonna capture Caesar Clown. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I don't know. Like, okay, so I'm trying to properly, like, understand my I want to get a good grip of my understanding of how Logia type fruits work now, with Haki added into things. Because that changes things, right? Because I think the idea is, if you've got Haki, you can fight Logia type fruits a bit easier. Because you can strengthen yourself with Haki. And with that, you can actually sort of strike a person more. I'm pretty sure. And if that is the case, my question is, Luffy right now has his arms wrapped around him. Okay? If he was giving himself Haki, if he was strengthening himself with Haki at that time, would he be able to just keep holding him? Because I don't really know fully, you know? I don't fully think I have a great grasp at exactly how Haki and Logia interacts. I'm pretty sure you can at least use it to damage him, but can you use it to just, like, restrain him just by continuously pushing Haki into it? Or is Haki not... Is it not that easy to, like... I imagine it wouldn't be easy to just, like, hold Haki in your body the whole time to keep him still or whatever. But Haki... Like, in my mind, you can use Haki quickly on your fist when you punch, and then you know, get rid of it after you're finished punching. But I don't know. I really don't know. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Because, like, I'm just wondering if right now Luffy's got him wrapped around him, right? Can he just turn on full gas mode and slither out of his grip right now? Or does Luffy actually have a hold on him? And can he have a hold on him? I imagine if Luffy was obviously, you know, holding a Sea Prism Stone or whatever, then he would be able to hold him. But we're just talking about just purely with Haki, can he restrain him? The Tashigi versus Luffy thing, like, we got that small little fight there, and Luffy, I mean, Luffy thinks Tashigi's weak right now, and she kind of is. I think she is weak. So, like, I wonder, I always wonder, like, what are some of these characters' high points? Like, where are they going to be by the end of the series? Because One Piece is in unprecedented territory. Like, there's basically almost no other shows, if not no other shows, that are like this. That, like, there are other shows that have as many episodes as One Piece, but I don't know if there are other shows that have as many episodes as One Piece and are the same style of show as One Piece. So One Piece, like, has this, like, unique situation where you like Oda can kind of develop all of these characters, I feel like, because he has all the time to do it. So like I wonder where Tashigi is going to be by the end of the series. How strong is she going to be? Because we also have to pay off characters that are strengthening up, such as Kobe and Helmeppo, you know. I think honestly they might do the same thing with Hina's squad of you know, Django and Full Body, right? Like you might strengthen them and have them be strong by the end of it. But then and then also obviously the Straw Hats, you have to have them all strengthened. But then you have to, like, I think by the end of the series we're gonna be like figuring out who's stronger than what and how far their training took them and all of that. So I wonder, like, will Tashigi become strong enough to be like on a similar level to Zoro? Is she gonna be like, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this series Tashigi is how strong Zoro is now and Zoro will be stronger, right? Like Zoro will be like a little bit higher than Hawkeye. That's what I think. So I think it's gonna be like Zoro, Hawkeye, Tashigi, like just the very small amounts. There's a bigger gap between Hawkeye and Tashigi than there is between Zoro and Hawkeye. That's what I think where it's gonna be. And then you'll have Helmeppo, who I think will be about a little bit lower than Tashigi. I can't see Helmeppo, like if Helmeppo, because Helmeppo is training with swords and stuff, right? So that's why I'm comparing him specifically. So if we have Helmeppo and Tashigi both training, dedicating their life to swordsmanship, as well as Zoro, like, I have confidence in Zoro. I think he's going to be the #1 swordsman in the world. It makes sense for me if, like, this show is a lot about dreams and chasing them, and we're following these main characters. I think these main characters are going to be achieving their dreams. So I think Zoro is going to be the best swordsman in the world. I think Sanji's going to find the All Blue. I think Luffy's going to find the One Piece, all of that stuff, you know? So, like, but I wonder, you know, with characters like Tashigi and Helmeppo, I think Tashigi, first of all, it is further along than Helmeppo is in terms of she was already like training in the sword or whatever when Helmeppo even kind of started to pick it up and take up swordsmanship. So I think she is just gonna stay higher than him. But I don't think either of them are reaching Hawkeye level. I would love to be, like, I honestly, if in my perfect series, if I was to be doing this, it would be Tashigi would be Zoro's major final opponent, and it would be a really epic, intense sword battle, and Zoro would be this much better than her, like the very slightest bit better, but she would end up being, like, if Zoro's not there, the greatest swordsman in the world, you know, like even better than Hawkeye. That's how I would do it. And then it's like, because you have those comparisons to Tashigi with Kuina, right? And Kuina and Zoro wanted to both, you know, push each other to become the greatest swordsman. So I think it would be kind of nice if Tashigi ended up being the one to push him, and then she, you know, he obviously sees more of Kuina in her. So yeah, that would be very cool, but I don't know. I can't currently see her getting to be stronger than Hawkeye, but there's a lot of episodes to go, so anything really could happen. It is also possible that the series does not cover it. Like, there's a lot to deal with in this show. I think Oda does have the time to do it if he wants to, but also there's a lot of series out there that by the end of the series, there's like, people want to see conclusions to all the different characters, and the writer just doesn't have time, or the energy or the desire to, you know. Sometimes I do think it's like the writer's like, well, yeah, I could write a whole chapter wrapping up this character and a whole chapter wrapping up this character, but I don't have the passion to do that. I would rather, you know, focus on these main characters and do that, and then maybe I'll give you a little check-in on what the other characters are doing. So yeah, but Smoker in Tashiki's body is the most inspired thing in this show. I love the design because it somehow fits. Like, I feel like Tashiki's voice in Smoker's body doesn't fit, obviously, and it's funny. Nami's voice in Sanji's body obviously doesn't fit. It's funny, you know? Like, there's a lot of that stuff going on, but Tashiki's body with Smoker's voice, the way he's like made her body look, and the way he's completely embodied himself but within her body, it's badass, and I think it really fits. Like, he's given her this like awesome masculine energy, and I think it's hard to have masculine energy like that while showing so much breast, but he's somehow doing it where I'm not even thinking about the boobs flying around anymore. I'm completely locked in by like, this is a fucking man right here, you know? I love it. It's really cool. It's perfectly showing off Smoker's energy here. But yeah, so it seems like Caesar Clown is planning to get the Smiley to come to this side of the island and then fucking just explode again. Oh god. Alright, let's move on to the next episode. This is the final episode we're doing in this video, episode 597. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Oh no, I fucked up the cube. Oh no, I fucked it up! Oh. Put that down in the record books. That does not normally happen. Alright, today's episode is titled Jet. Fucked it up! Whoa, that's a complicated map. The book was just called Slime. Oh my god. Oh god. Jeez. That's pretty awful. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. I trust in you, Sanji. Well, I know you two can slice through them, but is that gonna help? Being such a hideous person. I feel like we haven't got enough Monet in this arc yet. Like, she rides the perfect line between creepy and attractive. Okay. This is what I was talking about in the discussion. This is what I was talking about in the discussion. Okay, good, yeah. So we can just hold on to him because of Haki. Yep. True, I was kind of talking about that as well. Okay, I love that they broke it down. The benefits of armament Haki, but also the disadvantages compared to the Sea Prism Stones. Oh! Oh my god! That's pretty terrifying. Jeez, that is scary. Oh, he's sucking it all in. I thought maybe this could be a way to do it. Jeez. But did he just suck it into His face? Like, what did he do? Yeah, that's right! He built up an immunity or like a resistance to them. I forgot about that. Nice! It's his pride up for grabs now, I guess. Yeah, he's such a prideful dude. Oh! Whoa! No. Not the smiley touchy. Oh, fuck. Oh! That's fucked up. Oh, I just realized he's saying Gassinet, not Castanet. That's funny. That's a good pun. Oh my god. Oh my god. You have to realize that these characters don't know they're in a TV show. So they think that Luffy might have probably just died. We know he's not dead because it's a show and Luffy's the main character. I never realized Caesar Clown's got little horns as well. He's just completely fine. A few bruises. Oh! Did he avoid it? Or did he just like arm him and haki himself so strongly the explosion didn't matter? Damn! Smoker, get over here with your fucking sea prism zone. Well, I mean, yeah, Smoker doesn't want us to have Caesar, so I guess he's not exactly gonna help us. What? Why'd the music just stop? What? Oh. Is he not even looking at anything? He's just... What happened? Oh, fucking Caesar's actually doing something to him, I think. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Luffy's dead. Yeah, good plan. Oh, I mean, yeah, you can take out all his minions. I don't know if you can do anything against Caesar. It sounded like the voice actor said beam, but the subtitle said wing. But maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god! What the fuck? Is it like the gas in that area or something? Oh no, Tashigi! Oh my god! What did you do? Yep, he's breathing it in now as well, I think. It must be the breathing in. I thought for a bit it was only Devil's Fruit users, but now Frankie's had it happen to him. And yep, Smoker and Tashigi's body. So geez, now does he just like emanate this incredibly toxic gas? Oh my god. Law? What? What's happening to you? What's going on? Me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me? Why is who here? Let me see who it is! Holy shit, this is getting pretty intense. I mean, it was all going well, and it's like classic, you know, this sort of storytelling to have it be like, oh, the heroes get a little victory, but then the villains have a special move that makes them seem unstoppable again, and then we get a victory, and then whatever. Like, that's classic storytelling, but at the same time, I felt like what we might have been doing was like showing once again that Luffy is much stronger than we expect, and that he genuinely can handle Caesar, but it's just about if Caesar can do his plan before Luffy can stop him. I mean, I've talked about this before. I repeat things in my videos constantly, and I can't help it. So I'm just not going to bother worrying about if I've said it or not. But I've said it before, you know, I think of a lot of these times when I'm looking at these battles and stuff, I think of them in terms of D&D encounters. And one classic D&D Dungeon Master tip is like, if you want to make your battles more interesting, it's not necessarily can you beat this opponent, it's can you beat this opponent before they do this thing, or can you beat this opponent and also achieve this goal. If you have something else in the environment that is like pressing forward, then it makes the battle more interesting because they're trying to get something else done, and if they don't, something will happen and it'll be bad. So in this situation, like when I'm looking at this, I was thinking, okay, yeah, we'll probably handle Caesar. Like, I don't think we'll beat him right away, but we'll probably be able to handle him, and in a one-on-one fight, Luffy will be able to beat him. But it'll be more about, you know, containing Smiley in that time, making sure that Smiley doesn't blow up the fucking island, and saving other people and saving the children and doing all of that. But like, I think they also did set it up in a nice way where you have Luffy breathe in all that gas, and then just it comes out his ears, and he's like, oh yeah, poison doesn't really work too well on me. So you have that happen, and so you think, oh, Caesar's not an issue. And then we as an audience start to underestimate him. Because we're like, oh, the main thing that Caesar does doesn't really affect Luffy that well. But now it feels like, oh no, shit, it is a problem. Like, whatever is happening here is affecting Luffy. It does seem like it's some sort of gas type thing, but like a more invisible gas. But I don't know exactly what could be happening. And what's really throwing me off extra is that that Law like fell to his knees and was choking on something. How would that be happening? Unless that's an unrelated thing to what's been happening to Luffy and the crew. Like, they could be different things. Like, Law might be being affected by that man that's there, and they might be being affected by Caesar Clown. It could be Caesar Clown and whoever this man is that's in front of Law are using the same technique or something, and that technique is what's causing them to drop in front of them. But whatever it is, it's incredibly powerful because it takes down Luffy, Robin, Smoker, Tashigi, and Frankie, and Law. So it's whatever's going on is very fucking strong and scary. Because it looks like something that you can't really see, and that he maybe doesn't even have to do anything to you. Like, he was just standing there looking at Luffy, and that's all it took. So, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be dangerous. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it is very interesting, and it is very fun. I'm very curious to see what is happening there. It did sound like, you know, Luffy said like, oh, because I fought Magellan, now those poisons don't work too well on me. And then Caesar was like, that fucking loser? Like, he's full of pride, right? That we can clearly see he's absolutely bursting with pride. He calls himself the best scientist in the world. I think he also finds himself to be like one of the most powerful people in the world, probably. So he, I think, also has like a small rivalry with someone like Magellan, because it's like Magellan has a power where he secretes this toxic sludge, and Caesar has this power where he turns himself into like a toxic gas. But he specifically said that paramecia power user or whatever in like a derogatory way, as if like he is an inferior version of me, and yet you're acting like because you fought him you can fight me. And so that seemed to really get to him, and I think that's what made him push himself extra to pull out his much stronger moves against Luffy. Whatever the fuck is going on. I don't know who that could be at the end there with Law. I've got no idea. I don't know if it's gonna be like a reveal of like someone we've seen. I mean, he said like it's been years, which tells me it could have been someone pre-time skip, because obviously it's been years since they've seen each other, and it's been years since the time skip. So so it could be pre-time skip, someone that we've met then, but it also could just be like a new character that we don't know. I really don't know. But if it was a new character, would they do it like that? Would they hide his face? I don't know. I don't know. It could be anything. I keep saying this though. I keep in this arc going like, if it wasn't something we knew, why would they hide it? And then but that's a stupid reasoning. But I keep doing it, and I'm gonna continue to do it. Why would they hide it if it's not someone we know? So I think it might be someone we know. I don't know. I don't know. Man, Gastanet was funny. He's got a castanet and he calls it Gastanet. That's funny. Anything else? No. I did like that they broke down at the start of this episode the like difference between if you were to use Armament Haki or if you were to hold him with a Sea Prism Stone. Like, I was discussing it in the discussion beforehand, and then I was like, is this worth I was in my head going like, is this worth doing a discussion on? Is this gonna be, you know, does this even matter? Am I making any sense right now? And then we went into the episode, and Robin just straight up broke down everything that I was talking about and gave me the answers I was looking for. Like, yes, you can hold it back, but the disadvantage of it is, unlike a Sea Prism Stone, it doesn't drain their powers or anything. So they still can use their powers, but you can also interact with them while they're doing so. So if he's got crazy powers like he was using, then, you know, like, you might be able to hold on to him or hurt him, but he'll still be able to do some crazy shit back to you. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, you know, you might be able to hold on to his form, but if he's still like shrinking his form and like moving kind of out of your grip, it might be difficult. Like, he still is able to mostly move out of your grip. He'll probably still have a bit of himself in your arms, you know, but he can move most of his body out of it because that's his power. And then he can use all of that smoke to try to suffocate you, which is what he tried to do. So, very interesting. Anyway, that is One Piece episodes 594 to 597. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can. Go to my Patreon account for early access in full-length versions, so you can watch the entire episodes with me, and you can be like 20 episodes ahead or something on my Patreon account. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get a week ahead on edited reactions. And you can just support the video. Comment down below. Remember at the start how I said to comment when you're done this video? You're done it now. So go down, comment down below your favorite part of this video, something about the characters, or just that you liked the video. Any of that stuff helps me out. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.